Nairobi.
And in education, only 5 candidates from private schools were among the top 15 in the 2020 KCPE ranking as public schools upstaged private schools. The results paint a huge contrast to what the country is used to, where private schools usually sit at the top. However, the Kenya Private Schools Association says there's nothing to worry about. KTN's Shadrach Miti explains.
It is this table which has got the government celebrating the 2020 KCPE results. Of the 15 top candidates, 10 came from public schools, with private schools taking just 5 slots.
We congratulate that child or children from public schools who posted the top 10 performance. And we are preparing ourselves for 2021.
There is a growing concern that exam standardization might have influenced the trends witnessed in the 2020 KCPE results. Standardization and moderation of student scores takes different forms. The most common being bell curve grading or scoring, where student scores are scaled according to the frequency distribution represented by the normal curve. This allows the instructor to decide what grade occupies the center of the distribution, which then determines what grade an average score will earn. Consequently, this adjusts the scores to conform to a given distribution of marks, which will go either up or down, with the low marks usually going up.
What we need to look at is School X Academy. How did they perform in terms of KCSE results, in terms of their main scores? That is what is most important. The most important is not about School X producing the best performer, then the rest of the students are trailing. No, it is about how does the results compare relative to each and every student in that particular school.
Standardization can also be used to find the difference between the highest grade and the highest possible score. If the highest percentage grade in the class was, for instance, 80% out of a possible 100%, the difference is 20%. The examiners can then choose to add the 20 percentage points to each student's score to create a normal occurrence in exam grading.
One of the things about standardization is that you will not have a low performer getting more marks and overtaking a higher performer. That does not happen. Yeah? Standardization is to make sure that we have results that are supposed to look like normal results, right? And it happens across board. So it does not negatively affect whichever sector, whether it is public, whether it is private, whether it is rural schools, urban schools, it does not discriminate.
In the just released KCPE results, private schools produced a single candidate among the top 10. Nevertheless, celebrations have continued across the country for the many candidates who excelled.
Wa kwanza nikapata 410, wa pili 411, wa tatu 408.
Shadrach Miti, KTN News.
All right, and in related news, a young boy living with disability